All right, good morning, everyone. We're going to be discussing business and marketing plans for 2021. As we've already touched on, the starting point is to go into Sage in the Resource Center and create your business plan for 2021. Now, the first thing you should be doing before is have a look at what you did last year and identify the sources of your business, such as where did this customer come from, and also where you spent time. Now, marketing budget can be time or money. It doesn't have to just be money spent per se. It's time is valuable as well too. Where your marketing efforts went and what paid off and what maybe not so much. So it's just an effort to put together a little bit of a plan so you can be more efficient in tying together your business plan for the year with your marketing efforts and budget. So the budget obviously can be time or money. All right, so we're going to launch in. So the first thing I'm going to do is go and have a look. All right. So now, once you go through and you do your business plan in Sage in the Resource Center, it's going to ask you to have a think about where you think your business is going to come from. So now you will see I've got a spreadsheet right here where we're calling this the business marketing plan. So I'm thinking for my plan for 2021, I would like to close 10 transactions, and my average transaction price is 500,000. Obviously, you know, this is based on your previous year or your projected year forward if last year you were just getting started. So and this is an example of based on what I did last year or what I think would be efficient for this year. So geo-farming, that would be, say, your specific farm area. Let's say, for example, if you target your neighborhood, your community, or a type of property in a zip code, etc. So I'm going to anticipate that I'm going to close 3 deals in 2021 based on my geo-farming efforts. And I will also anticipate that I'm going to close 3 in 2021 based on repeat business from past clients, either them deciding to sell or buy an investment property or by them telling a friend or neighbor to use you. And I'm going to anticipate that I will close 1 deal in 2021 based on social digital marketing, and 3 based on sphere of influence or referrals. All right. So now what I have done here, and this is where we take the business plan and we move it to mesh it together with a marketing plan. All right. So based on these numbers that I have projected here, I'm going to anticipate the 30% from geo-farming, 30% from past client, 10% for social digital, and 30% for SOI referral. Now, the reason why I do that is because I want to say here, so let's say, for example, and this is just a purely on a marketing spend basis. And remember, I did explain to you that your marketing budget can be time as well as money. So if 5% of my GCI, which is what I planned on doing here, were being invested back into marketing, I would be spending $7,000 a year. And on the basis of where I think this business is coming from, then I should be spending this amount annually on geo-farming, this amount on past client, this amount on social digital, and this amount on SOI referral, which is broken down to roughly that per month. Now, the reason why I do this is sometimes, you know, a lot of us are, you know, spending a lot of time and effort marketing our farm area. and money. And then if you actually go back and look on your previous sales for the year before, you realize that you actually had more business from past clients or SOI referral. And the reason why I break it down and show it to you like this is because I want you to remember that you should be spending money and effort in marketing towards those sources of business most likely to build your business. So while geofarming is awesome, it's also highly important to stay in touch with past clients and your SOI and build a referral network, because that actually, if you notice here, provides you more business than your target market and your geofarm does. So this is a way of encouraging people. You know, I have these conversations all the time with agents where they're like, well, how much of your business last year was close clients or neighbors of close clients or referral? Oh, that was about 30%. Well, you should be spending 30% of your marketing budget and or time connecting with these people and building these relationships. So on according to that, and now I slide down here and I'm going to give you an example of the type of marketing efforts or money in the different categories. So say, for example, geofarming market strategies, monthly postcard, just listed, just sold, market updates. You could do an ad in a local neighborhood magazine, door hangers, inviting them to open houses in the neighborhood, rocket mailings to for sale by owners and expireds. So basically what I'm doing is I want you to think about where your business for next year is going to come from, and then create a list of strategies. And then that will help you schedule for the year the activities and the efforts. So, you know, you want to think through these activities and then lay them out through your whole year to make sure that you don't go 4 months without reaching out to your past clients. You know, you need to have these activities scheduled somewhere in your time calendar for every month. So past client market strategies, bottle of wine on home closing anniversaries, holiday gifts, annual market valuation update, monthly email marketing. Now, we were talking about this at the Southeast office yesterday. Everyone who has represented a buyer and sold them a property last year should be reaching out to those people and saying, do not forget to apply for your homestead exemption. And maybe if they've had the house, if you sold it to them earlier in the year, say, hey, this is what's going on in the market right now. This is very important, because then it shows that you don't just close the deal and move on. You're their forever agent. You're going to be helping them manage their real estate investment because you're their trusted advisor. So if you haven't got that on your schedule to reach out to your close clients and contact them all and remind them to apply for their homestead by March 1st, send them a link to do that. I highly recommend you do. And either call them, open up the conversation, say, I'm going to send you an email with a link, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of an update about what the market's done in your neighborhood so you're aware. So these are the things that you do with past clients. So when they're talking to their friends or their neighbors, they're like, my agent's amazing. She just told me to do my homestead. My house has gone up 10% since I bought it, etc. And then these are the people that are going to be your best marketing to the people they know, and they're going to tell them how amazing their agent is. And then actually that's how you get this past client referral business. And it's very powerful. And I highly recommend everyone schedule in a plan for being that forever agent, and to not just you have to follow up with your close clients. It's a very great source of business. You have to ask for, do you know anybody looking to sell their house or to buy? You have to ask for that reference. You have to do these things. All right. Social digital market strategies. All right, here's just some ideas here. Postings at least 5 times per week, 30% real estate, 30% local content, 30% real estate information, 10% personal. Although personal has to be very neutral personal, and we've discussed that before. Promote all open houses on Facebook, Instagram. Open and provide content for your farm area Facebook group. So that's also another thing you can look into. Provide updates on information regarding real estate in your area. Facebook, Instagram lead capture ads, which is fabulous. So if you think that you might close one, because as you know, it's super easy to get leads on Facebook and Instagram ads. They're just a little more raw, so it takes a little more time and effort to convert. But, you know, based on where I think this business is going to come from, if you're spending $58 a month on social digital advertising, you should have a pretty strong pipeline of raw leads. Now, you just need to email and drip marketing to your social media leads. You need to set that up so that as these leads come in, you're constantly reaching out and following up with them via drip campaigns. There's some terrific ones that we've done a training on in Marketing Resource. You just set that up. You need to develop the system. So these are the type of things that you need to put in your monthly planning for marketing. SOI referral market strategies, provide relevant content and monthly market update e-cards. Generate a top, okay, this is a great one. If you sit and think about who your top 50 SOI contact influencers are, you need to make sure that you stay in touch with them and reach out to them and say, hey, do you know what's going on in the market right now? How short the inventory is? And then finish that up with, ask them for business. Do you know anyone who's thinking about selling that I can do a valuation for them for? So these are very important. These are your SOI. These are the people that you know and people that are your biggest cheerleaders, if you will, for what you do out there in the business. So get involved in a club group, which would connect you with potential business. For referrals, network with agents in feeder areas for your farm area of expertise, ask for business, and email marketing. So these are all some of the ideas, you know, some of the things that you need to build into your schedule for your monthly activities. You know, I think we've all been guilty of working hard to get a lead. And then once you have a contract, you put all your time and effort into taking that to close. And now you're about you're not constantly building the pipeline and feeding the business. So you have a constant stream so you can meet your market business planning goals. So this is an effort of sitting down at the beginning of the year and laying out the activities and putting them in your calendar. So you make sure that you consistently do these things so that you don't stop marketing for 6 weeks and now you're playing catch up. It has to be a constant every week. Something happens every week. These are the activities that you need to do. And so you need to schedule them into your calendar. You can use Sage for this and it will send you reminders, whatnot. Okay. So now the other thing I'm going to do is I had sent this out to everyone earlier. And this is another bit of activity. This is sort of a little bit of homework for you, if you will, to do a marketing exercise to identify various things that are going to help you target your marketing. So it's the ultimate real estate agent marketing plan. There's some really good stuff in there. There's some stuff in here that's, you know, we have Sage Business Planning, so they're a little more efficient. But it's a nice exercise to go through and have a think about various ideas about who your clients are and how you reach your clients. So then it goes through marketing ideas, a list of marketing activities to consider, Social media, of course, we all do that. Content marketing, calling for sale by owners, calling expireds. Everybody should be calling for sale by owners and expireds right now with our shortage of inventory. If a house expired recently, something was wrong. So I encourage that. Door hangers for your geographic farm, Jerry. Good job. Mailers to renters. The rental market, as we all know right now, has gone crazy. The rental rates are going up. There's very little available for rent. So now would be a really good time to increase a little reach out to rent or buy activities on social media in particular. Email marketing to your mailing list. Those are your close clients, your leads. Say, for example, your digital Facebook raw leads to your sphere of influence. Social media advertising through paid ads, open houses, signage, strategic PR, print ads, and it goes. Now it goes. I'm not gonna suggest Zillow right now. They're doing some crazy stuff, pay-per-click advertising, etc. So these are just some ideas, and then it kind of goes into here for an income goal action plan. That's basically the SAGE business plan. So we'll skip that because ours is a little cooler, I think. Now, this one's interesting. Know your client. Says, don't be the agent who tries to appeal to all buyers and sellers in your area. And it really is a good exercise if you have the time to have a think about, you know, do you prefer to work with buyers or sellers? What about the neighborhood, the price point, the property type? I like this one. Maybe you think you could have more connection with, let's say, for example, downsizers. You know, my kids are 2 out of college, 1 in college. So I know a lot of people who are in that same scenario. Maybe that would be a good niche to consider working on as well too. And now, how do you, so then think about that. So how do I reach downsizers? Do I maybe get involved in some Facebook groups on, graduates and et cetera? Just how do you reach these people? So that's what this exercise is for. And then know your client. This is a little bit marketing, but there's use. It's like, it's trying to ask you to go through identifying your typical client, and then basically trying to figure out what motivates them and what type of marketing efforts you can do to reach these people. And then, how to reach your clients. And it goes through all these things. And then it's interesting. It's also saying, okay, now look at yourself. Craft your origin story. What hurdles, what accomplishments, did you decide to become an agent? Create a mission statement. This is all part of trying to, create your branding mission statement and what you're good at and what unique skills you offer. And then it says clarifying your offer. So it's like, what's your client want, what you do well, and then what your clients want and what you do well is your unique selling position, which is right here. So it's kind of an exercise, and it goes through all these things. 5 magic words that you should use in marketing that define, your unique selling position. So and it kind of goes in and like that. So I've just shared it with you, take the opportunity to go through it and and put a little thought into your marketing and your messaging. Like they say, the whole point of good marketing is what are you selling and offering something to someone. So your marketing should be providing something of value to someone. So with that, I'm going to stop our recording for now and then open up for questions. But I will share all of the attachments that we went through with everything. So, oops. All right. So what I'm going to do is